This month alone, you're probably counting too, there have only been 5 days without rain, which means a delayed start to the spring allergy season. But now we have these warmer temperatures here, more to come, and so the allergy season, as it always does, will pick up when it's drier, and it is expected to be an intense allergy season. Here with us right now is Dr. Gregory Levitin, an ear, nose, and throat specialist at the New York Eye and Ear Infirmary at Mount Sinai. Thank you, Dr. Levitin, for being here today. A lot of times now, I have to say, don't not like me, but I really have been lucky to not have allergies, so I'm not as in touch with this. But I always hear, you know, this is the worst allergy season ever. So first of all, where are we now because of the rain and what weather is predicted?
Well, I think with the cool weather and the rains, we've really had a delayed onset of allergy season. And I think the worst is yet to come. And we're going to see that over the next few weeks. And for those people who do suffer from allergies, and I'm one of them,
yes.
When you're suffering from allergies, it really feels like the worst season ever.
It hurts. It just puts you out.
It really does. And it really is a life-altering or quality of life change, because people who don't breathe well, they don't sleep well. The next day, they just pick up where they left off. So it can really deteriorate or at least snowball over several days. A few good rains can sometimes tamper it down, but really a lot of times pollen counts really surge after a rain, particularly in windy and dry weather. And I think we're going to see a lot of those days coming up.
So, Dr. Levitin, sometimes the signs are so obvious, all that green stuff on the car. Other times just stuff floating in the air. Are there certain things now that we should be specifically aware of this part of the season?
Well, what I like to advise my patients is don't wait for your symptoms to get worse. Get ahead.
That's really smart.
And so really there's a lot of things you can do on a daily basis. Certainly when you're walking around outdoors and the pollens are coating you, when you get home, change your clothes. And then, of course, before you go to bed, I think you should shower and rinse and wash your hair, because you don't want to lay down in a bed of pollen all night. You may wake up worse than when you went to bed.
And your pets.
So
what about that?
You gotta love them, but
you gotta love them.
But by the book, you shouldn't sleep with a pet in your bedroom. For people who do suffer from severe allergies, a HEPA filter or an air filter can sometimes filter out the dust and danders that can cause problems.
Windows. And that also, I mean, it can be the headache. I mean, it's the barometric pressure. It's everything out there, right, as well as the pollen.
It all adds up, and it's a cumulative thing as we get into allergy season. I think for those people with severe allergies, they're looking for anything that can help. Certain things that you can do on a daily basis include, washing your nose or rinsing your nose with saline rinses. You can again run the HEPA filter. In addition, for those people that are having exacerbations, you want to use things like intranasal steroid sprays on a daily basis, and oral antihistamine. And I think these are all things that, again, you want to start now, because these things take time for the body to adjust. And again, the worst is yet to come.
So this is your specialty. How do you decide, how do you know when I need to go to an ear, nose, and throat person for my allergy conditions?
Well, I think, the lucky few are the people that have a few days each year during, again, those peak days where you see the green stuff on the cars. But for so many patients, they often have year-round some type of allergy that are exacerbated during this allergy season. I think for people that suffer more than 1 or 2 days, need to get ahead of that by starting to take some of these medications. And for people whose true quality of life has suffered, that's when you want to go see a specialist. We have a lot of prescription medications, even some small office procedures that can really control the symptoms, really make a difference in people's quality of life.
Ask for help, always important. Thank you, Dr. Gregory Levitin from Mount Sinai, an ear, nose, and throat specialist. Let's see now, we're going to check outside.